Welcome everybody. Butcher and the Beard. This is David Butcher, and that's John Shanley. How's everyone doing today?
Good morning. Happy Super Bowl Sunday. This is the
Super
big
Bowl
day. The game,
Sunday.
the game of the year. The Super Bowl has been. It's like Kleenex. It's like when everyone talks about a big event, it's their Super Bowl. So the Super Bowl has that
Yeah.
locked in, locked down. When everyone talks about a big event, it's the Super Bowl of this or whatever. Well, this is the actual Super Bowl. It is the Chiefs and the 49ers. We have gotten here after a long, long, long good year of football. We're not gonna. I'm not gonna get into any other sports today. Like we could talk about some
Yeah,
basketball and
no.
hockey, but this is the day. Dave and I are going to go on after the Super Bowl is over to give us some, what we thought, what's going on, what we thought of the game. We'll talk about all the conspiracy theories and whatnot, and
Yeah,
you know,
I'm
see
ready to
how
see
it
the
plays out.
flags.
Yeah. As you know, David, I had all my friends do their predictions. Uh, you know, you can put that up, and then. All right, boys, the big game is here. Let's hear your predictions. Thor here. It's going to be the Chiefs. Gandalf here. It's probably going to be the Chiefs. Hello, Albus here. And like a love story, Taylor Swifties and the Chiefs will win. The power of the dark side is with the Chiefs, and they will win the Super Bowl. Ho, 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 ho. John, you need a healthy Knicks squad for Christmas, but the Chiefs, they're going to win the Super Bowl. Well, there you have it. And you know what? That's going to be my pick as well. Chiefs all the way. You know, After that, it's just, I agree with them all. I think the Chiefs are winning. For two reasons. Like, let's go for the off reason of, the Disney story, the love story with, Kelsey and Taylor Swift and all the Swifties supporting them. And,
Yeah.
the refs are going to make it happen. They're going to build Mahomes to be the new Tom Brady, and he wins all the time. And, Tom was the last one to win back to back Super Bowls. He'll be the next to win back to back Super Bowls. And, like, Kelsey can win MVP and ask Taylor Swift to marry him. And
Yeah.
birds and love story and blah blah blah. But also on the other aspect, you have the actual football, which is the fact that the Chiefs' defense has been unstoppable. They've already shut down Tua, who's an MVP candidate.
Yep.
They shut down, Josh Allen, who everybody's loved as an MVP candidate the last 3 years. He couldn't be beat, blah blah blah. They shut him down, and then they actually shut down the person who won the MVP this year was,
Yeah.
Lamar Jackson. They shut him down, so their defense is playing lights out. Um,
Yeah.
they were on the road in three cold state cities. Now they're going to be in a dome. Patrick Mahomes, I think, in his career is 13-1 in a dome, and I think he's actually like 3-0 in this particular stadium because they play the Raiders three times,
Yeah.
every year. They've been
Yeah.
in this stadium, so like they're familiar with the stadium. They're familiar with the it's like a home court for them
Yeah,
in
it
a way.
really is. Yeah.
So
Hey, if you couldn't have it at your own thing, well, might as
right,
well have it at a rival's division stadium that you play one time a
right,
year. You know what I mean? At least.
right.
So, like,
So
yeah.
yeah, it's as close to a home game for them.
Yeah.
And the other thing is like they shut down these other great quarterbacks. Are they going to probably is Purdy going to like outduel them? Like I doubt it.
Yeah. Well,
Granted he doesn't run like the others do, but he's McCaffrey can have a good game. They're going to zone in on him, and I feel like they're
yeah.
going to keep it close. And I think Mahomes is going to have an outstanding game. Like
Yeah.
he's just going to ball out. He's going to be in good weather. He can operate. He can do his thing. And
Yeah. No, I agree with that
I just
also.
think from
Yeah.
the football aspect of it, I feel like the Chiefs have a lot of advantages, and
Yeah.
obviously the storyline of the Swifties. But when I think I think they're going to have a heck of a game. I think Kelsey's going to have a great game, and I think the Chiefs are going to be back-to-back champs.
Yeah. I'm starting to agree with you more. I'm starting to think of it too. I'm going to like the football concept of it, right? I'm thinking to myself, is like, okay, they stopped Tua. Okay, they stopped Tua. and I'm gonna blame a little bit of the offensive line, and I don't like to blame anything, but that offensive line could not handle Chris Jones. Chris Jones is an animal, and you're telling me
Right.
you got 3 out of the 4, or maybe even 4 out of 5 starters, all backups or third stringers, or even worse off the street. So,
Yeah.
like, okay, you know what? But then you went and played Josh Allen, and then you stopped Josh Allen, and Josh Allen is, hey, he was supposed to be the MVP, and as a Dolphin fan, it hurts to say that, but 40 touchdowns, yeah, 20 interceptions or whatever, 17 interceptions, whatever the heck it was, but still 40 touchdowns, and you give it to Lamar Jackson. Like Lamar Jackson, I guess they said in the concept that it's he doesn't put the ball in harm's way, so it was easier for him to get the thing. But like 24 touchdowns, do you think that's enough? Like touchdowns to win MVP? Like either the
I
voting's
said
the voting's after what?
I think McCaffrey should have won MVP this
Yes,
year. I mean, as a running back,
yes,
what he did for fantasy players, what he did for the Niners, like
yeah.
in that offense, he deserved it.
I
But
truly
I
believe
know
it.
it's generally given a quarterback. It's generally given to a quarterback, so that's why it's
Yeah.
it was
He
pretty
won the
interesting.
offense. I think Tyreek Hill should have won the Offensive Player of the Year, having like 1,800 yards, 10 plus touchdowns. That's an Offensive Player of the Year, right? He made that offense really
He
good.
missed a couple weeks too, right?
And he
I
missed a
think
couple
that's what
weeks,
did
yeah.
it. I think that's what it did it because I don't
Yeah.
think McCaffrey missed the game.
No, and that's why I said McCaffrey should have won the MVP and Tyreek Hill should have won the Offensive Player of the Year.
Offensive player of
That's
the year.
what, and like giving Joe Flacco the Comeback Player of the Year, you either got to give that to Baker Mayfield or Tua. Like I could be biased. Tua came back from concussions. These people told him he would never play again, and he played the
Yeah,
whole season. Had the number one passing yards, and you're telling
yeah,
me you're giving it to Joe Flacco?
yeah.
Like, that's why people are
Well,
starting to.
I see why they gave it to Flacco because
Yeah.
he literally had to come back not from like a bad
Would you
season.
rather
He
come
was,
back from the couch or would you rather come back from a concussion where they told you to retire?
I mean, concussion, I guess, but he did play good before he got a concussion. So
Yeah, I
like
know. He was
I can see both
yeah.
ways. He deserves some sort of
Yeah.
award this year, but
I don't care about the
awards
rewards.
awards a lot of it were a lot of the times, especially when it's voted on
Yeah.
players. It's a popularity contest,
Oh
and
yeah.
not always it
Well,
doesn't
there's
always
actually, if you start reading like Twitter or X, whatever, you'll see the real players when they vote for each other. Then
right.
those are the awards that I really look into because that's not the fashion show. Oh, do you want to give it to Lamar Jackson or would you rather give it to Josh Allen? Of course, you're going to
Yeah.
give it to Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson poses that in the popularity thing. He's got that swag. He's running. He's not giving the ball. But if a player said, who would you rather go up against? Josh Allen is humongous. He can throw the ball 60 fucking plus yards, and he can run you over. Like, you know what I mean? So don't think that the players would vote for Lamar Jackson either. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying that they would vote for Josh Allen because Lamar Jackson is a stud, but he's a running back in
Oh
my
yeah.
opinion, and he will always be that way because at the end of the day, he's really talented with the ball in his hand, but
Yeah.
his accuracy is not there, and it hasn't ever been there at all. They've been questioning his thing. Yeah, he has some good throws, but when it mattered the most, where were those throws? That's why no one bets against Patrick Mahomes, man. It's so hard. It's such a talent that he is. Like, and at the end of the day, like, you don't bet against Patrick Mahomes. Like, we're gonna sit here and we're gonna say, okay,
Yeah. If you look at the one Super Bowl he lost to Brady, he was hurt in that Super Bowl, and
yeah, he was, and he was trying to do everything. You saw what he was doing.
Right. And the offense couldn't do anything against that Tampa defense.
Yeah,
and
that Tampa defense was legit.
And I know that during certain games the 49ers defense looked that good.
Yeah,
but
did.
they have not looked that good in the playoffs.
Yeah.
And like if you look at teams and like the Niners, I think are even favored in this game. So
yeah,
you can't go by like who. Right, you can't even go by like who's favored and this and that. But if you look at the teams that get upset in these playoffs or the big discrepancies, it's usually a dominating defense. And like
in the playoffs, the dominating defense has been the Kansas City Chiefs defense.
Yeah.
They really has been, and like if you looked at the Niners this year, there were weeks where they looked like they had a dominating defense, but then as even in the postseason, like they didn't dominate as much as they should have, so and they're not there, if you look at the quarterbacks that they beat, they didn't beat Patrick Mahomes. Like there is no Patrick Mahomes, but like they didn't play a top tier. They beat a rookie quarterback, and then they beat Jared Goff, who's good and experienced. And honestly, if it wasn't for the coach, they would have fucking lost that game. You know what I mean? So like if the coach did, Goff actually played pretty well in that game.
Yeah, he did.
So I can't.
I think the road to the playoffs for the Chiefs was 100% harder. Literally, you played the Dolphins,
Absolutely.
you played the fucking the Bills, and you played the
on
the road, and then you played Lamar Jackson in his home on the road again. You played those four teams: the Chiefs, the Dolphins, the Bills, and the Ravens were all Super Bowl favorites at one point of the season. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
So you're telling me that you went there like Detroit took a dump for a while, came back hot. Then you played. Who did they play after that? They didn't play the Eagles. The Eagles lost to the Bucks. So
yeah, Detroit played the Bucks.
Detroit played the Bucks, beat them, got hot. Then they who
and they were
49ers only, the 49ers only had to play they had to play the Lions in the championship game. And who did they play the first week? Like
they played the Packers.
Oh, the Packers, yeah.
Right. The Packers destroyed the Cowboys.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Like there was a rookie, like they were the youngest team in the league. And listen, kudos to the Packers for accomplishing that. But at the same time, you're not facing anybody tough.
Yeah, dude, the Chiefs have been on a runner on a teams that were like Super Bowl favorites. Nobody in the playoffs in the AFC weren't Super Bowl favorites at one point. You know what I mean? They were all powerhouses.
Like the Lions, people were high on the Lions because they and you know what? It was the coach that cost them that game.
Yeah, they would have been in the Super Bowl.
Not taking the field goal. They'd be in the Super Bowl right now.
Weren't they beating the 49ers by like 20 points in the first half?
Right. They were up by like 24-something. Oh, it was a great comeback. Like you saw it coming. I even texted you as soon as you did go for it. I'm like, if they don't make this fourth down conversion, I said the Niners are winning this game.
Yeah, I could.
And then of course I went to go bet the comeback, and it was already locked because Vegas is ready to do.
Vegas knows. Once Vegas knows, they got the script. Hey, they're coming back.
Yeah. They're coming back.
Oh,
like
man,
they had all the momentum. Like you gotta kick the field goal, and I'm not gonna beat up on the Lions. Their own fan bases and their own organizations beat them up for the last 2 weeks, and it's not them. They beat up the coach, and deservedly so. But that being said, the Niners have not really faced anything even close to what they're gonna face today.
What would be funny is the players like disagree with them, so they're like, "Hey, we're gonna sneak you out there, and the real quarterback's gonna hold the ball when he hikes it."
Yeah.
Like, you don't have to be in a formation, as long as you're behind the fucking line of scrimmage. If the quarterback puts the ball in the ground and he kicks it and it goes through the uprights, what did Doug Flutie do back in the fucking 70s or not the 90s? Remember the drop kick where he would drop it and he would punt it and it would count as 1 point still because it was a good field goal because they would go for 2 and if he didn't like what he saw, he just dropped it, kicked it into the field goal. And he made that. I think they made a rule on it or something. But like, why not? Why can't that count? Like, because it's still possession play. The ball is a fumble and went through the uprights. That's called a field goal, or extra point because it's on that kind of attempt. Because if my kicker can kick it from the fucking 100 yards and it goes up to the uprights and it's not on a kickoff, they would count that as 3 points.
I don't know.
They would. I'm telling you. I know they would because the kickoff's a whole different atmosphere because if it goes behind the uprights, it's just out of bounds because of the kickoff. It's the play. But if it was like a fourth down and I kicked the ball from the thing like a punt and it went through the uprights, they would have to make that a field goal. It couldn't bounce, then go into the thing. It would have to bounce, then travel and go through the upright. It couldn't bounce out on the ground and then go into the uprights.
Oh.
But yeah, that's for another conversation. But I'm just saying.
That's it.
I'm just saying the
Anyway,
players are pissed off that they had the opportunity to win the game and they didn't. And I would be, dude, I would cry, man. I would cry. I would cry as a fan base at the same time because you haven't seen anything. Can you imagine I'm not trying to bring other sports in here, but the Cubs, so what it was 100 something years.
yeah, when they won the World Series.
Yeah, I don't want to wait 100 years to see my team win. So if I had the opportunity to at least be in the game, and you ruined it because you wanted to go for it.
Yeah, no, I know. Yeah, it is what it is.
It is what it is.
Nothing we can do. The Niners are in, and I don't like their chances. Yeah. I mean, I guess anything can happen, and the Niners could win, but I would be pretty surprised.
Well, now that we're talking about it, yeah.
I'd be shocked. I'm going to be a little shocked if the Niners win. Obviously, like I said, anything can happen. A big injury could happen, or a bad turnover. But I don't see it. Not with a healthy Chiefs.
Well, now you got Rashee Rice there. He's playing really good. Travis Kelce's playing for a honeymoon. They asked him at the little thing. They said, "What ring? Who's going to be more excited to get a ring, you or Taylor?"
That's funny. Putting a little pressure on him, huh?
Yeah, he's like, I'm just here to play the game and get myself a championship or something like he said. I can't remember, but
someone said that he's going to dump him and go out with Kittle.
Yeah, you saw that funny little video. I might have to put that in there. It was when Ricky Bobby walks into the damn door. What are you doing here? He's like, oh, it's my house now. He's like, oh, you came to visit? He's like, what are you talking about? This is my house. He's like, oh, no. He's like, it's only been an hour.
Right. Sorry, baby. I'm only with winners.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, whatever. I like I said, I have a lot of Niner friends at work, and they're convinced that they're going to win. And like I said, there's the ex-pro that I talked to, and he was pretty convinced that the Niners were going to win from the beginning.
Yeah,
but I don't know, man. I don't see it. Like,
does he know the script?
I don't know. Maybe he knows the script, but I still can't see it happening because. Even football-wise or script-wise, there's nothing in favor of the Niners.
The Swifties are already pulling the fire alarms at the 49ers hotel, okay?
Unless everybody's betting on the fucking Chiefs, and I mean everybody's betting on the Chiefs, but it's not because there's a lot of Niner fans out there.
Oh, my God. Did you hear them? Yeah, I don't know if you watched any of, the in-game days where they go and they interview the players, at the stadium, prior. Mm-hmm. Dude, the Niner fans are so loud. I hate Niner fans, man. Go tell Sean that he sucks.
Sean was actually the quiet one. It was Fletcher and Fletcher and a couple others there that are we're doing the whole thing, and it's like, bro, Niners. This ain't Joe Montana. Brock Purdy is not Joe Montana,
No.
And he's not going to be. He's been successful because he's had that wonderful blanket called McCaffrey. And,
yeah, that's a nice blanket to have, man. I wish I had that blanket. And tell you, dude, people that really know sports will tell you.
McCaffrey was on the fucking Chiefs.
I can't believe he didn't go to the Chiefs. I can't believe they didn't trade him over there.
Well,
Yeah.
It is a good situation for him because, he gets to be the superstar and, Mahomes gets to be the superstar with Kelce. So,
yeah.
It is what it is. The Chiefs are probably going to win. And, if they don't, then, I'll probably have some rants. We'll see what happens. Vegas would be in on it because obviously a lot of big bettors, I think, are betting mostly Chiefs. But like I said, Niners have a lot of money and a lot of fans. So maybe if the bets are even, then Vegas probably won't care, Yeah, they're going to make money one way or the other.
Yeah, that's what they're waiting for. That's what they're waiting for. They want to see the final lock. They're like, okay, these are the bets. Okay, bet. Whoa. All right, make a couple calls out there, okay?
And it's only like a 1 point. It's only like a 1 point spread. I don't know what's. Let me see what the latest up to the second odds are, according to my betting app. Trending now, the big game. San Francisco is favored by 1.5 points.
Yep.
So
So they'll everybody's betting the Kansas City Chiefs. Yeah, what is it?
So a one
Yeah,
point
one
game.
point five. Yeah, no, they need to win by 2 points.
So I think what Vegas is going to do is they're gonna make sure nobody there isn't a blowout. So like if the Niners are getting blown out like they were the last time against the Ravens, they're going to shut the power down for an hour and then give some momentum to San Francisco so there's a sweat, keeping it close. I think that's what the refs will do today. The refs will make sure that it's a close game, and then
Yeah,
they'll let the players decide. And if it's a close game and the players are deciding, Mahomes is going to win that. Um, so Purdy, I could see him making a big interception. I don't know. I also have faith in Spagnuolo. He took the Giants defense to two Super Bowls. He's going for his fifth Super Bowl as a defensive coordinator. So I'm always going to be rooting for him. Andy Reid, whatever. He's the next great. And unlike Belichick, he never really fucking pissed people off. So, uh, you know, maybe this is a good hurrah for him. But if he ever leaves, he'll probably get a job. Not like Belichick. Although he'll be a coach by next year. I can't see him
oh, Bill
not.
Belichick. No, he's not
Yeah,
gonna be a coach. He's gonna go. He's gonna go to the massage parlor. And
he is.
yeah,
He got his.
he's gonna go. Him and Robert Kraft are gonna find each other. Robert Kraft's gonna be like, "Come on, man, we're friends. Don't hurt
How
this
many
man."
wins? How many wins away was he from like the all time? It wasn't many.
No, I think it's like 20 or something.
Oh, but that's still a good 2-3 years. Maybe he just finished his second place on the list. That's all. Oh well.
Yeah, what
All
is
right.
it?
Well, that should be it for our episode this week. Guys, enjoy the game. We will be on after the game just to give you some highlights, analysis, insider analysis, and our opinions and rants. We'll give our stars of the game, our trash of the game, and that's about it. Like, subscribe. Tonight should be a fun show.
Yeah,
We
it's
all
26
expect the
wins away.
Chiefs to win, but we've been dead wrong before, so this isn't a guarantee.
No,
We just
never.
go by our opinions, and we watch a lot of sports. So usually, I'd say that generally our predictions we're more right than wrong. But like I said, it's sports. We've been dead wrong before. So,
Yeah.
um, enjoy the game. Have a cocktail or two. Have some cool food. Like we're gonna be eating cheesesteaks over here, and maybe some bubbly. But that's about it, man. Any last words, Dave? You ready?
I'm ready, man. Can they
You
both
ready for
lose?
the game?
Yeah, I'm ready for the game, man. I'm gonna be here, inciting it. Maybe if it's maybe halftime. If it's like a really good game, maybe we'll go live on Kick. If you want to go live.
Yeah,
If not,
I'll do that.
yeah,
I have a kick account
okay, yeah, we'll go live
somewhere.
on Kick. No, I'll make the account, and then we'll
Okay.
push it out. We'll see. We'll just go live. We'll just watch the game. You can watch the game while you're on your live, right?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. All right, so yeah, we'll see how it goes. Well, I'll text you around halftime to see if you want to do it.
All right.
See how
Sounds
you're
good.
feeling. All right, everyone, we're out. Love
We're
ya.
out.